Yo, what's up, everybody? How's it going? It's been a while since I've updated you. So, lots of news around Bitcoin right now where we were holding for 16 days. And now Bitcoin has finally broken above the $36,000 resistance. And previously, before that, we had a 2-year, 10-month resistance at the $31,000 range where we were trying to hammer it repeatedly in 2023, earlier this year. And finally, after 2 years and 10 months total since January of 2021, we finally broke that $31,000 resistance. And now on every single time frame, we are incredibly bullish on the 50 EMA, on the weekly and the monthly as well. Also on the 200 EMA, on the daily and on the weekly. We are now far beyond and above these EMAs. And I really do hope that we can continue to keep this momentum up. And I just want to warn everybody that in 2024, that is a halving year. Also, 2016 and 2020 was also a halving year. Bitcoin tends to cycle every single 4 years from what we have seen so far. In 2016, the year before the 2017 bull market, we ended up finishing well above than when the year began. So Bitcoin, whatever it began, okay, it ended up rallying, but still in 2016, we took a 30% drop. But that drop was not lower than the price of when Bitcoin began in 2016. And in fact, Bitcoin ended up finishing well over the beginning of the year in 2016. But in 2020, things were somewhat reversed. The price that Bitcoin finished, or began at rather, we ended up getting a 70% drop that ended up dropping well below the starting price of Bitcoin in the 2020 year. But regardless of that, at the end of the year in 2020, we ended up finishing well above the price of the beginning of the year for Bitcoin. So this just goes to show that in 2024, there's still a possibility of a major correction. Hopefully, we're not going to see something like that happen. But because we've seen it in other pre-halving years before, there's definitely a possibility of a major capitulation. And if one does end up occurring, of course, altcoins are going to follow it as well. And if altcoins and Bitcoin ends up having another major drop, you will have an opportunity to dollar cost average further. You will have an opportunity to seize a lot of coins and accumulate at a very, very cheap price. And that's what I'm most excited about. That's why I still have cash on hand. And that's where I'm going to end up buying a gigantic portion of my portfolio to add to my existing one. So if you feel like you've missed out already because you didn't dollar cost average in 2023, I wouldn't feel too bad because I believe that in 2024, there's going to be plenty of opportunity for us to catch some major coins at a very low and affordable price. That's going to allow us to ride these accumulated coins to a really high price in 2025. So right now, Bitcoin broke above 36K. Let's give it some time and see if we could possibly stay above these price points. There's a lot of really hot coins out there right now, like Blur, like Gas especially as well. These coins tend to be high on my radar and priority list because Blur has much momentum to create new waves. So that's a coin I highly suggest that you take a look at. And also Gas as well is trying to print another major high to finish off this fifth wave, where if we do get a major drop on Gas, we might see a continuation pattern start to form and we might be able to short this continuation. And Blur right now to me is one of my favorite coins because it's missing a fourth wave coming down and there's a possibility for a huge fifth wave going to the upside. So definitely keep Blur and Gas on your radar. And if you guys have survived this 2023 year, know that there's only a few more months left. Okay, just 1 month and about 3 weeks left. And if you've survived this year so far, if you've accumulated, if you got through last year's bear market and you're still here in the game, you haven't been chased away. You're filling up your bags right now and have been buying wisely, doing a lot of research in the coins that you think might pop off in 2024, 2025. Give yourselves a round of applause because you deserve it for sticking around and not getting liquidated like the majority of people that come and just go. So I'll give you guys more of an update later. Have a great day. Thanks for watching me.